All right. I think we're live. Hopefully we're live.
Live? Hello? Okay.
Hey, everyone. Hopefully you can see and hear us. I'm getting mixed messages from my various streaming sources here. One of them is telling me that we can't go live, and the other one is saying that we're ready to go live. So please let us know if you can, in fact, see and hear us. Hopefully it's working.
Okay, we can, they can.
Yay. Okay. Phew. All right. Zoom was lying to me. It's fine. It wouldn't be week one of NaNoWriMo without some kind of technical issue just becoming a problem for no apparent reason. So anyway, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm glad we got things working. My name is Catherine. I am the communications director at NaNoWriMo. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them.
I'm Josie, the programs associate. It's really hot right now, but and I'm kind of squinting at everything, but I can see guys. If I make a funny face, it's because I'm trying to read the screen.
I feel like we caught you like in the middle of a scene in a novel where you're like, I'm on the run from the bad guys, but like I still have to do this virtual write-in. Awesome. Yay, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Um, Feel free to drop in the chat where you're watching from today. And how your NaNoWriMo projects are going so far. Like what's your word count? Where are you at? How are you feeling? Week one, you made it. We're here.
Survive.
Yeah, so far.
Let's see. It's
Awesome. Seeing some people from the West Coast, San Diego, California, Seattle.
France.
Ooh, nice. New York City. Somebody said they're feeling disorganized. Hey, me too.
That's the pivotal manner. I think even if you make like the craziest plan ever, there's no way you're organized for the whole.
I know. It's always you think you've planned for everything, and there's always something that pops up. But somebody's joining from England and they've only just started writing. That's
Ooh,
great.
yes.
Welcome.
Uh, I see a
I
lot of people.
oh
Oh,
I,
I was gonna say I see a lot of people like past the 10K mark, which I believe, if I remember correctly, that like matches up exactly with like the little chart
that's
that's on
awesome.
the site.
That's so great. I am so stoked for anybody who's at that point. If you have just started or you're feeling behind, don't worry. I just double checked my little writing project that I'm working on. I have about 350 words so far. So um, I don't know. I'm definitely going to be playing some catch up. Um, I don't know if I'll make it, but at the very end, I'm just hoping for having more words written at the end of the month than I have at the beginning. So that is my goal at the moment.
I think I'm at like 3,000. So like
Nice.
I guess you could call it behind, but I don't believe it's being behind because I'm just writing slowly by slowly.
Hmm.
Also, I think I saw someone ask if I was at the beach. I am not at the beach. I wish I was at the beach.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we'll have to start doing like like special virtual write-in episodes where we go to the beach or fun places. I don't know. There's some logistical problems, but maybe someday we'll do a virtual ride-in at the beach. Awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, I'm seeing people are writing, which is super great. Don't forget to update your word count on the site as well, on the NaNoWriMo site, because that can really be a boost to help you keep writing, to watch the little old graph go up. I'll put a link in the chat to our how do I update my word count like FAQ. Also, if you have other questions about stuff on the NaNoWriMo site, the FAQ is a great place to look for it. So, yeah, and then I'm also going to drop a link to some of our other upcoming, our calendar with some of our upcoming events. I want to say a huge, huge thank you to everybody who joined us over the weekend for donation weekend. We, I think, got super, super close to hitting our donation goal, and we like blew the word count goal out of the water. We were originally aiming for everybody to write 150 million words on Saturday and Sunday. And then we upped it, like we passed that, we upped it to 200 million words, and we ended up with like 205 million words being written just over the weekend. So that's incredible. Thank you, everybody, so much. um, and
And
yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you were able to catch some of the donation weekend events, we have a bunch of author podcasts that we had, and you can channel. Um, so you can go back and watch those. There's a bunch of great talks from them. Um, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel so you know when we post new stuff. We'll have a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah. I'll put the link to our upcoming events in case you want to check any others out. We got some on YouTube, some on Zoom. There's some featured regional events that our wonderful volunteers all over the world have been hosting. So yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. So writing, that's what we're here to do. Let's do some of it. Um, I I was putting together some of the prompts for today, and so we'll have some writing prompts for you if you've never been to a virtual write-in before. We're just going to take the next hour. We'll do some writing, and then we'll uh, have some chat, talk about how it's going for us. I put together some writing prompts. You don't have to use them if it doesn't work for you where you're at in your story. But if you just want like a jumping off point, yeah, that's a good place to start. So what I was thinking about in terms of today is I was trying to think of a theme for today, and then I was like, oh, theme, that's a good theme. So and I was also inspired by we have pep talks from published authors that go up weekly through November. And this week's pep talk is from the author Maya Kobe. So I'll drop the link to that in the chat as well in case anybody wants a little bit of extra inspiration today. But Maya's pep talk was really talking about themes, and so I just as a little warm up writing sprint. I wanted us all to just take 5 minutes and think about what is the theme of your story. And the question that Maya asked in the pep talk was, what message, hope, fear, question, or truth are you trying to communicate to the world through your writing? And so that was kind of the question that was on my mind that you might have an idea of now that you're a weekend in NaNoWriMo, or you might not have thought of it yet. So um, I'll drop that in the chat. And yeah, you can just jot this down just for yourself, or if you like really want to make sure that you get it into your word count, into your novel, you can have your story's narrator or one of your characters talk about uh, sort of the theme of the story that they're in, if you want to do that. So um, yeah, just a little 5-minute warm up sprint. Do you have the timer, Josie?
I have it.
Great, thank you.
That's great. 5 minutes starting now. And also, if you don't want to use the prompt, then you don't have to.
Yeah.
Y'all are 5.
All right.
And that's time. Feel free to. There's a train going off in this minute, so I'm just like, okay. To leave your word count or what is your theme or themes? Like, can you think of something?
Yeah, I think some people have already been sharing the themes that they've been working on, which is cool. You Are Deserving of Love is Mel
Oh,
James. I love that one. The Power and Danger of Beauty from France. That's cool.
ooh,
I've
I
also,
love singing.
go ahead.
I was singing. I love all these bird counts. So satisfying to look at.
Yeah. I've also been I saw some people saying like, oh, I don't know what my theme is, which is totally fine to not know. But also I think can be interesting to explore. I don't know. For me, I feel like sometimes the themes don't necessarily come out until I've finished a draft or sometimes even two. I'm like, I don't know what I'm trying to say yet. But um I think for my current writing project, my theme is that things change and some I don't know, sometimes you have to be okay with that. Like how to deal with change. I don't know. So
I think I saw earlier. I lost the comment, so sorry I can't name you. But I know they said that usually theme for them comes in revision, and I'm like, honestly, I feel like I can relate to that, but I don't know. I also can relate to just coming up with theme like right away because like sometimes you just really want to talk about something, you don't know how, but you
mhm.
want to talk about it.
Yeah, no, that's actually that's a question that I have um for people in the chat, people who are watching, and also for you, Josie. But like, do you usually start out your stories with a big picture idea and then kind of fill in the details as you write? Or do you start with something small and then add on or build up to a big picture? I'm curious to hear how people usually go about that.
Thinking about that.
I think I've done both. Um, I think honestly, I think actually my some of my more successful stories have been starting with just like a small image or like idea or like, oh, this would be cool, blah blah blah, and then figuring out like, okay, now how does that exist in a bigger in a bigger story in a bigger world?
Yeah, I'm also thinking. I feel like most of the time, while I have them both, I feel like most of the time it's starting with something small, and as I like go through the story or work with it more, I find like the big things I want to talk about, and it's always fun. I think figure what that is.
Yeah,
You look at the
Sarah
chat.
said I start with characters.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Um, Ashford says I got a couple of core beats to the story, and then I pants my way through random scenes that I want to be in the book, but knowing where those scenes fit yet. Honestly, that's a good way to do it. Not knowing the whole thing, but just some of it.
Yeah. I saw Bryant said, I do a bit of both. The big picture inspires me, but the details motivate me. I really like that. I really like that framing. Ooh, Decipher Yourself says, I can write backward from a title. It's weird, but I love it. That's really cool.
That's cool. For me, child's like the very last thing I could.
Oh man,
So I'm
titles
like,
and character names, I have such a hard time with.
okay. Oh my gosh, for me, like if I'm in the middle of a writing session, I'll just like text a random friend and be like, "Hey, give me a name real quick," and they'll give me the most random name, and then that's what the character's name is. And I'm like always tell myself I'll change it later, and then I don't.
I love that. That just becomes the character. Um, Grace says, I usually can't start a book without the theme. I start from the end of the story and work backwards. Theme determines how I write my characters and relationships. That's so cool. I can't I feel like I can't work backwards. I'm always so impressed by people who can, but I'm one of those people that I have to write linearly. Like I have a very hard time jumping around.
Meanwhile, I jump everywhere, which has gone like worse lately because like I recently got screenreaders, and then you can just like have like different like documents up, and I'll just like jump scenes whenever I like feel my motivation running. Um, but my like thing is that like I usually know the ending, but I don't like write that ending yet because I'm like, oh, I need to save this because like I'm so excited to get to the ending. That's my prize for getting there.
Nice. I like those comments. Stories are like Lego bricks. You can follow the instructions or you can work out your way through it by just throwing pieces onto it. I guess this says something about me then because I am also the kind of person who follows the Lego instructions. But
Oh yeah, here's some like Elizabeth says I work randomly. I work right whenever I'm inspired to write, I jump around. I start with chapter one, probably chapter two, and then from there I jump around. And that's literally exactly how I don't know how I get like I don't know, it's fun.
yeah. Oh man, this is great. I love hearing about what people's writing processes are, and also just how different they are for everybody. Because I think sometimes it's easy to be like, oh no, I'm not doing it the right way, but then it's like, oh, there is no right way to do it. So
Everyone does something different.
yeah. Um, all right. Well, speaking of writing, I don't know. My segues are not on par today, but it's fine. Let's do another writing sprint. Um, and again, a reminder, like I'll have a prompt for you, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to, if it doesn't work. But this one, I was inspired by, I think it was a Tumblr post that I saw, where somebody was talking about how characters aren't always aware of the kind of story that they're in. Like sometimes they are, but sometimes they aren't. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting theory of like a lot of times like people in horror stories like they make the classic horror story mistakes because they don't know they're in a horror story. Like I don't know, maybe they think they're in a rom-com or something, but actually there are zombies. I don't know. So yeah, so my second prompt, and this one will be a little longer, about 10 minutes, um, is just to let one of your characters talk about the kind of story that they're in. So it can be like to themselves or in a conversation with another character, but just kind of like what is their perception of the world that they're in? And then does it match what is actually going on in your novel? Like does your character think they're in the same kind of story that you, the author, are writing? Um, so yeah, that's my suggestion for a prompt. Again, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but if it's something that you think might be fun, then you can go for it. So all right, I'll put the prompt in the chat, and then Josie, we have 10 minutes on the timer.
Yeah, I got 10 minutes.
Great.
See you on the other side, guys.
All right, that's right.
That's so welcome back Friday. Feel free to share word count, what then you can answer the question. Like what kind of story does your characters think they are?
I saw some people were answering. I'm glad folks like this one. I thought it was fun, but oh, okay. Ultra said the one coming of age story for teens, but it's zombie apocalypse for the parents.
Oh no.
Snowplace said one of my characters knows he's in a fantasy romance because he woke up in his favorite book. Mel said my boy is determined to not think he's in a rom-com. I like that where the character like knows what kind of genre they're in, but they're like, no, I'm gonna break out of it.
That right says Jay thinks he's in a film noir or something. It's crazy. So silly. I also like it's like the genre is like completely off.
Uh-huh. Kit said, perfect prompt for this chapter, which goes from quiet romantic to arrival of literal zombies. Let's go. Ooh, Laura said, I think I broke 15K during this sprint. That's awesome.
Ooh, congrats.
Yeah. And for the
I
people
see
who
a
are
bunch.
feeling, oh, I was just going to say, for the people who are feeling behind, I'm still at like 500 words. So, like, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna say, I see a bunch of y'all mention like your character um doesn't think romance is thin or
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh, that's always fun. Or you get the opposite, like they need to like have a life outside of romance. Also fun.
Yeah. They think it's a princess fairy tale, but it's actually a horror.
Oh,
Oh, these are so good. All right. Um, the other question that I had that is somewhat related is if you, like the author, were a character in a book, if the life that you are living right now, like what genre do you think you would be in? Maybe it's not the right one. Maybe you're actually in a completely different genre, but like what, I don't know, what kind of story do you think your life is? I feel like I don't know. I feel like mine it's funny. It's like I feel like it's a coming of age, but like I came of age a long time ago. But it's like I feel like the same tropes keep happening. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like every year, every new birthday, it's like, oh, here's time for another coming of age story.
yeah, honestly, I feel like also like coming of age, but I'm like past that age. Like, well, yes, you just keep coming of age. Okay,
Yeah,
I guess as you're saying, you're coming of age. You gotta
yeah.
do that every year.
I never
Um,
specify what age, so a coming of age story can be for any age. Ooh, Miss Literary said magical realism. I wanna live where you live.
Mandy Monson says God with unease and coming too. I hope you're okay with that.
Dark comedy for sure, said Samantha. Medical drama, survival horror comedy dystopian kindergarten principal. That's one I've never heard before. Love it.
I like and Raya saying mine would be a mom com.
A mom com. Oh man, I love that. Caitlin asked, how about tropes? Anybody living a trope in real life? I also love that question. I'm very curious to hear. Um, I did not currently, but I did meet my partner with the oh my God, they were roommates trope. Like we were roommates before we ever started dating. So I did live that trope in real life. That was fun.
I'm trying to think of which. I feel like one is relevant. I just don't remember right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can think about it. It'll come to you at like 3 in the morning when you're lying in bed trying to think of novel plots.
And I'll be like, oh man, I should have said that during the virtual night.
Oh man, they're so good. Oh, the Phoenix Inkwell says urban fantasy, but I'm one of the people that's convinced it's just a dream.
um,
These are so good. All right. I want to make sure we have enough time to get some more writing in and keep our word counts going up. So I love reading these. Please feel free to keep sharing if you'd like. But I'm going to share a prompt for our last word sprint of this hour. And again, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but if it's helpful, feel free to do it. Maybe we can do a little longer this time. Maybe let's do 12 minutes for this one.
well, okay.
Um, yeah, so for this one, the prompt that I have is to write a scene where your character encounters something that makes them question what they know about their world. And I was thinking about this in terms of characters who are like in a different genre than they think they are, but yeah, like does your character discover some big secret or something possible happens, or maybe somebody they thought they could trust has been lying to them, like something kind of big sort of shakes up their world. So how do they deal with that? Are they one of the people who are convinced it's just a dream, or do they believe it? Yeah, what how does your character deal with some big shakeup happening? So I will put that in the chat. And Josie, can you put 12 minutes on the timer?
Yeah.
Great.
And okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. And go. Oh wait, I pressed start. It does not want to start.
Oh man. All right, let me see if I can pull one up. I think we have some gremlins today.
Wait, there
Oh,
it
there we go.
goes.
Great. All right, let's write.
That's fine. Um, welcome back. This is the last right? Feel free to put down your total word count or just how that third period was for y'all.
Christina Flores said, I love this, especially the first and third prompts. The third is still way off for me in my story, but it's nice to start thinking about the big reveal that's coming up to shatter my main character.
It's a fun scene.
Sarah Sander finished the chapter. Nice. It's got 265 for this prompt.
Also solid writing.
Yeah. Ooh, Laura got 1,856 words for the hour. That's great. Reached your word count. Like daily word count goal.
Samantha says, this is certainly messy art, but god damn, deal idea. Well, yeah. I think that's exactly what NaNoWriMo is. It's messy art, but it's fun.
Yeah, it does not matter how messy it is right now. Awesome. Phoenix Inkball said, got 350. This seems to be my average for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm about the same, really. Yeah, somewhere in the 300 range over about 15 minutes. But awesome. Well, thank you everybody so much for joining us today. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got some good writing done or some bad writing done. And whatever writing, I just hope you got it done.
Writing's writing at the end of the day, words are words.
Yeah, make sure to go onto the NaNoWriMo website and update all that word count progress that you got during this hour if you haven't already. And yeah, don't forget to if you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get notifications when we have new videos and virtual write-ins happening. We also, we host more events on Zoom and got a bunch of stuff happening this month. So much.
It's all to support y'all's writing.
Yeah.
So if you need more writing company, we got it all month.
We'll be here all month. But yeah. I love doing these with you all, and good luck on congratulations on making it through week 1 of NaNoWriMo. Good luck on making it through week 2. We will be back again next Tuesday, same time, same place. So yeah, awesome. Yay. Well, good luck everybody, and we will see you later.
Yeah, good luck guys. Have fun writing.